Ever pondered what in the grand scheme of things means? Welcome to a linguistic journey where we delve into the world of advanced English phrases. In our day-to-day conversations, we often come across phrases that may sound intriguing, yet their meanings elude us. Today, we're going to unravel the mystery behind 10 such phrases. These phrases are not just fancy words strung together. They carry a wealth of meaning and can add depth to our conversations. They are used in various contexts, from casual chit-chat to serious discussions. You might have encountered them in a book, heard them in a movie, or even used them without fully grasping their essence. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of these phrases and you'll be able to use them with confidence. So, are you ready to elevate your English communication skills to a whole new level? Stay tuned to enrich your English vocabulary and understanding. Starting with in the grand scheme of things. This phrase is used to emphasize that something is relatively unimportant when considered in a broader context. For instance, missing a single day at the gym in the grand scheme of things won't affect your fitness goals. Moving on to elicit a response. This phrase means to provoke or draw out a particular reaction or response from someone. An example would be, the speaker's passionate speech elicited an emotional response from the audience. Lastly, for this segment, let's talk about conducive to. This phrase refers to something that is favorable or supportive of a particular outcome. For example, a peaceful and quiet environment is conducive to productive work. These phrases not only enrich our vocabulary, but also elevate our everyday conversations, making them more nuanced and interesting. Isn't it fascinating how these phrases add depth to our language? Ever heard of in the nick of time? This phrase is often used when something is accomplished at the last possible moment, just before it could be too late. For example, if you've ever rushed to finish a project right before the deadline, you've done it in the nick of time. Next up is with flying colors. This phrase is used to signify doing something very successfully or with great skill. If your friend aced a difficult exam, you could say they passed with flying colors. It's a way of acknowledging their achievement in a colorful, memorable way. Finally, we have bite the bullet. This phrase means to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage and determination. If you've ever had to confront your fears or do something you've been avoiding, then you've had to bite the bullet. Mastering these phrases can add a touch of sophistication to your conversations. Now, what could the ball is in your court mean? Well, it's a phrase used when the next move or decision is up to you. For instance, you might say, "I've made my offer, now the ball is in your court." Moving on, imagine someone burning the midnight oil. No, they're not setting fire to oil at midnight. It's a phrase used when someone is working late into the night or early morning hours. An example could be, "I've been burning the midnight oil to finish this report." Next, to add insult to injury is not about physically hurting someone and then insulting them. This phrase is used when a bad situation is made worse by doing something else upsetting. As an example, she was already upset about the mistake, and then to add insult to injury, they blamed her for it. Lastly, jumping on the bandwagon doesn't involve any actual jumping or wagons. It refers to joining a popular trend or activity. For example, many businesses are jumping on the bandwagon and using social media for marketing. Quite interesting, isn't it, how these phrases can enhance our day-to-day communication? To sum up, we've covered some intriguing advanced English phrases. From emphasizing relative unimportance with "in the grand scheme of things" to demonstrating courage and determination with "bite the bullet," these phrases enrich our daily conversations. We've also touched on eliciting a response, a phrase used to describe the act of provoking reactions, and conducive to, which highlights something favorable to a particular outcome. In the nick of time and with flying colors express moments of success and timely completion, while the ball is in your court signifies a shift in decision-making responsibility. Working late has its own phrase too, burning the midnight oil. And let's not forget to add insult to injury, which depicts a worsening situation, and jumping on the bandwagon, a phrase for joining a popular trend. These phrases, when used correctly, can significantly enhance your English language skills. Keep practicing these phrases and watch how they elevate your English proficiency.